Hey, I'm Allie Lampert, welcome back to my channel, and in today's video I'm going to take you through a great stretch that you can do after you finish a workout or maybe a yoga session, or maybe you're just feeling like you need some more stretching in general. I know this tends to be an area that I neglect more often than I care to admit, so I thought today you and I could do a stretch together. So let's get started. We're going to lie on our backs and bring our knees in toward our chest. Give them a big hug. Good, now take a big deep breath in. And as you breathe in, I want you to exhale. Think about exhaling all of that stress, all of that self-doubt. Let's inhale one more time. And exhale. Good, now we're gonna take our knees to one side, taking our arms parallel here. Turn your head to the opposite direction of your knees. You're gonna feel a slight stretch through the back. Just try to let your shoulders sink into the floor. I remember when we used to lay. Try to let your knees stay right on top of each other. Good, and then slowly we're gonna rotate to the other side. So knees, again, opposite of our legs, of our head, Taking some deep breaths here. It's so funny how much I fight the stretching, and yet it tends to be the one thing that really calms me down and brings me so much peace. Maybe you can relate to that. But I did not mean to let you down. All right. You take one leg straight towards the sky. Take your toe, fold it towards your nose. We're going to stretch your hamstring right here behind your leg. Just gently grab behind your calf. It should feel just slightly uncomfortable, but it should not hurt. So if it does, grab a little less tension. Hamstrings tend to be one of the first places I get really sore. Switch legs. So again, fold that toe towards your nose. I like to hold my stretches for anywhere from 15 to 30 seconds, just depending on how sore I am or how much time I have. We're gonna take this foot directly on top of your knee. Now we're gonna reach through. I'm gonna lift my head up off of the floor, and I'm gonna draw my legs in toward my chest. You're gonna feel this stretch down through the hip into your glutes. Another area where I get really sore really fast. So this is one of my go-to stretches. You can also do this from a seated position. You can also keep your head on the floor if it's bothering your neck, all good. You don't get more benefit out of it from having your head off the floor. It's really a personal preference. Switch legs and draw that knee in. We're gonna come to a seated position. And from here, I want you to sit as tall as you possibly can. Think about folding forward from the hips. We're gonna reach either for our toes or for our ankles or right beside. Really up to you. If you have the flexibility and it feels good for you today, reach for those toes. Try to keep your shoulders relaxed and out of your ears. Now, roll to your side. We're going to stretch your quads. The top of the leg tends to be where we target a lot of our leg work, all those squats. So notice I'm keeping my legs side by side I don't want to have a lot of space between them, and I'm just going to prop myself up with my hands here. Bring my heel as close to my glute as possible if that's comfortable for you. And then we're going to take this just a hair deeper. We're going to push our hip forward. You're going to get a slightly deeper stretch down through the top of the leg. Good, just a few more seconds here. And let's switch sides. So roll to your side. Remember, we're gonna keep those knees nice and close together. Heel to the back side, and if you want a little more, push that hip forward. Ah, there it is. We're gonna come into one of my favorite leg stretches. Now, I am not a yogi, full disclosure, but I do absolutely love this stretch. I feel like I could sit in this stretch for hours and still not fully feel like I've got the relief that I need. So we're gonna do a pigeon pose. Okay, so from a downward facing dog, we're gonna draw our leg up, draw the knee through, okay? And sink that back leg onto the floor so it's nice and flat. You can do a couple of things here. You can stay up nice and proud. You can fold forward just a tiny bit, or you can actually bring your forehead to the ground if that feels comfortable for you. Get a much deeper stretch. It's just an area we tend to hold a lot of stress, especially if you are lifting weights, doing a lot of squats and things like that. This can be really great for alleviating tension. Good, and let's go ahead and switch sides. Okay, so come back into your downward facing dog, lift the leg, draw your knee through. Make sure that back leg is nice and flat. Now, you can stay up nice and tall, or when you're ready, go ahead and come forward. Some nice deep breaths here will help you sink deeper into the stretch. Good, and release. All right, we're actually gonna come into a child's pose. So slide back, hips sink over top of the heels. I'm gonna keep the palms of my hands pressed into the floor as I let my shoulders drop in towards the mat. My armpits are slowly coming closer and closer to the ground. I'm feeling this stretch down through the armpits, starting to come in a bit to my chest and my back. Go ahead and take your left hand over, and you're gonna take your right hand on top. Draw down through the armpit. So again, you're pulling towards the floor. This is a great one to do if you've done a lot of pull-ups, a lot of back work, and a lot of chest work. It really gets into that part of the body close to the armpit that's kind of hard to target. So I'd love to do this stretch. And switch sides. Right hand goes over, left hand on top. Sink down into it. Push, 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 push gently that armpit towards the floor. Good, now, right hand's gonna stay to that side again. Same idea, sink the armpit into the floor. Stretch your chest. And switch. we're gonna come to a seated position. Cross my legs here in front, stretch our shoulders. One arm comes across, relax this shoulder. Did a lot of shoulder work today, so this is very needed. Hopefully you're enjoying this stretch and you're feeling just more relaxed. You're feeling your body start to get that alleviation that it needs and desires. Switch. Big deep breath. Good, now take this same arm. You're gonna gently grab your wrist behind, bring your ear towards your shoulder. A lot of tension gets held right here. You probably already know, feeling that. Just feel it relax each second that passes. And switch, other side. One more stretch. Arm up, we're gonna lean to the side, stretching our triceps. So all through the back of the arm. Just walk the fingers right down your back. Really lift up through the elbow. Switch. Release. Well, that's the stretch that I have for you today. I hope you really enjoyed this. I hope that you feel better and that you go about your day feeling more relaxed. If you found this video helpful and you liked it, please hit the like button below. Make sure to subscribe so that you never miss a video as I upload new ones every Tuesday and Friday. Take care.